It's King P here, the Holy One, and I'm about to vent. Love music though. Like I love music like that. I love performing. I love like growing up listening to music. I love music that just moved you and you would just always go back to. So I always want to make that kind of music. You know what I mean? So I mean, if it's meant for me to blossom into who and into an elite artist, into a legendary artist, then so be it. You know what I mean? But if it's meant for me to just be like the nicest, like have I guess what, let's say papoose celebrity status in a sense, where you just good in certain areas and you're still able to move people when you like really try to, then I guess I'm cool with that too. Cause whatever you see as what you feel is your divine purpose or what you're supposed to be doing, ain't always what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things like I could be beating a dead horse at this moment, like with music, but for some reason I still feel young as shit. You know what I mean? Like I do. Like my coworkers be like, "Yo, P got the liver of an 18-year-old," and I'm just like, "Oh, heard you." Like, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right, so what do you think? What do you think now has what has led you to your purpose?
Um, I want to say like meditation. Also recognizing cycles. If you constantly keep coming across a lesson, it's clear, like the same thing. It's clearly something that's being taught to you that you should try to learn from. Me being a problem-solving individual, if problems arise in my life and it just seems too common, I like to get down to like why the fuck is this happening, so I can make a better change. So it's just been me like recognizing certain things in people and in myself, taking accountability for stuff, and just taking more risks and just stepping out and saying, all right, this has to work. This is gonna work because this feels right, and just go from there.
Got you. All right, then. So, how would you advise somebody to find their purpose?
Um, it's weird. It's like an astronaut telling a farmer how to farm. It's different for everybody. There are some people that like they have to hit rock bottom to find their purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some people that gotta drink until like they can't taste anything to find their purpose. There's people that have to go hiking in the Himalayas for like a week before they can find their purpose. So it's just something that you have to know that you're drawn to. You know what I mean? In order to because like me, like I'm drawn to water. Like that's where I go to keep my peace. Like I'm water. I just go and I'm just chilling. I take showers for fucking ever, just cause. You know what I mean? Like it's just peaceful, and you go there. Then that probably takes you another step to whatever else is upon your journey. Whether it's like you gotta meditate, or you gotta like smoke, or you gotta drink, or you gotta like go to the casino. It just like whatever the next step is from there. So it's just about you following your elements and just following like trusting intuition. You know. I feel like, yeah, just trust your intuition. If you get a gut feeling, go with that shit. Breadcrumbs.
It's a breadcrumb. All right, then. So, you're a family man. I would say you're one of the familiest of family men I can think of.
Guy.
Yeah. What you call it? So, how does your family play into your purpose?
Supportive. They're supportive, and they also continue to fuel me for being driven. Like I look at my son, I want him to be able to fail and to relinquish fear. Like to just like release that shit. Growing up, we're taught fear, especially in like the black community, West Indian community too, like we're taught fear. If you have to be safe with every single thing that you do. You get what I'm saying? Like every fucking thing you do, you gotta be safe. It has to make sense. Make sure you go to school, make sure you graduate, make sure you get a job that's safe. Don't go chasing no fucking dream. Don't go try to be outlandish. If I feel that maybe you can be a fucking doctor, we'll take all the things that we can do to help you become a doctor. But if I feel like you're only gonna be a fucking essential worker, like that's what you're gonna be. And don't try to chase no dream, don't try to be creative, don't try to be like none of that. So you have like like all those elements. in you where you just sit there and you just say like, all right, I don't want my son to feel like he cannot take a risk. If I clear the fucking playing field for you, nigga, create your own path.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, it was just like, I'm worrying about the woes of my mom, my aunts, my uncles. I'm worried about all of these niggas. Because all they're doing is they're deflecting how they feel on me. 1, 2, 3. Like they're failures. Mm-hmm. They're scared to do shit.
They're projecting shit.
Right, on me. And it's just like, nigga, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Like the other day, like not to cut. Like the other day, like I went to like my sister, my cousin. She got married, and like my other cousin, he was there. I call him like my cousin brother, and he was like, "Oh, where you was coming from?" And I was just like, "I just had a show." That's when I had just performed for Nothing But like from This Truth, like Nothing But the Truth, live. She had some shit. That shit was fun. And I was like, "Yeah, I just had a show, whatever, in the city at the Playroom Theater." I'm like, why would I not want to have that on, that just sounds good. Why would you not want to have that on your resume? And he was just like, oh, you still chasing that rapper dream? I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? I am a rapper. I was like, I am King P. Like, what are you saying right now?
So I am.
And then he looked at me.
I am King P.
But it's funny though, in that instance, like, he's someone that, again, grown up West Indian. So it's weird because in that instance, like, I seen him look at me like, shit, alright, nigga, that's who you are, then that's who you are. Because I said it with a certain confidence where it's like, nah, I'm doing this shit.
Passion makes people believe.
Right. So it was just one of those things where like he just looked at me and was like, okay. But before, nigga used to clown me all the time. King P. Now it's just like, nah, how's you looking? You good? It's a different feel. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?